You're probably already using AI to generate prospecting emails or preparing for a sales meeting. And at first glance, the output seems amazing. But when you dig deeper, it's actually a hot mess. It's totally generic and sounds like it could have come from any one of your competitors and could apply to any prospect. We've all been there. You're not alone. The problem isn't the tool, it's how you're using it. So in this two-part video series, I'll show you the number one prompt every sales rep needs to make your interactions with AI smarter, whether you're conducting account research, tailoring your message, or preparing for critical sales conversations. The secret to success are keystone prompts. AI tools like ChatGPT are powerful, but context agnostic by default. They don't inherently know your solution, your audience, or your sales goals. If you give generic instructions, you'll get generic outputs. The keystone prompt ensures AI understands those specifics in order to elevate your messaging. I'll show you two ways to master keystone prompts: a quick, direct approach for instant results, and a more powerful method called prompt chaining for in-depth tailored outputs. So in this video, part one of this series, we'll focus on quick prompts, simple one-off instructions you can use to instantly generate more relevant and actionable results. And to make this practical, I'll use a real-world scenario. Canva, a design platform, pitching its solution to Shake Shack, a fast casual restaurant chain. Let's see it in action. First, I'll use a generic prompt and hope AI fills in the details for me. Write an email to a restaurant chain about Canva's design platform. Next, I'll enhance the prompt with additional context. Write an email to a VP of marketing at Shake Shack, highlighting how Canva for Teams empowers their people to create on-brand visuals for regional campaigns quickly, reducing reliance on agencies. These are the two prompts that I just used. With the keystone prompt, I provided additional context in the form of a target persona, VP of marketing, a specific prospect, Shake Shack, a specific product, Canva for Teams, especially important because Canva offers different products and additions, given a description of how that product can improve Shake Shack's regional campaigns, and finally, the business value or outcome of reducing reliance on agencies. Now, what was the impact of these few simple enhancements to the generic prompt? Without even reading through the response, something is jumping out at me. If I just compare the body of the two emails, I can immediately see the generic prompt generated a longer email. In fact, it's 232 words compared to 191 words for the keystone prompt. By providing more context, AI can actually hone in and simplify the messaging to the most relevant point. Now, let's examine the actual content of the email. Even the subject line of the emails are different. The generic subject line is "Transform your restaurant's marketing with Canva's easy-to-use design platform," while the keystone subject line is "Empower your regional teams with on-brand visuals, faster and smarter." The generic subject line emphasizes marketing transformation. There's nothing inherently wrong with that, other than the fact that it's so broad and non-specific that it has no real meaning. Meanwhile, the keystone prompt generated a subject line that's tailored to addressing the unique needs of regional teams at this restaurant chain. So overall, the generic line is broad and less engaging, while the keystone line is tailored to the recipient's context, making it more relevant. Now, let's take a look at the body of the email. At first glance, the generic email isn't bad, it certainly provides rich information. But upon closer examination, it's actually quite broad and feature-focused, describing Canva's general capabilities, such as menu design, social media posts, brand consistency, and collaboration. It explains what Canva does, but doesn't directly connect with Shake Shack's specific goals. In the keystone email, the messaging is specific and references Shake Shack's iconic branding. It highlights specific benefits, such as scaling regional campaigns, less reliance on agencies, which ultimately results in time and cost savings. The generic email provides a broad overview of Canva's features, appealing to a wide audience but lacking relevance. And in contrast, the keystone email is personalized, addressing Shake Shack's specific needs and showing how Canva for Teams can solve their challenges, making it far more likely to resonate and drive action. Finally, let's examine the all-important call to action. By now, you can see a pattern start to emerge. The generic call to action, or CTA, is all about Canva and lacks any references to Shake Shack's business or their challenges. The ask for a demo relies on the individual's curiosity about Canva rather than their curiosity about solving their own business problem. So at best, this CTA in email will resonate with a low-level end user who's just looking to add yet another tool for them to play around with. But in contrast, the Keystone CTA is targeted and benefit-oriented, referencing success stories from similar brands in the food and beverage space. This CTA is setting up next steps with someone who is curious about addressing a real business need, setting up a much more fruitful follow-up discussion around Shake Shack's priorities and challenges that can be addressed by Canva. So as you can see, a little context helps AI go a long way. You can start to improve your emails instantly by utilizing the simple prompt that I provided for you here. Just replace the brackets with the job title and company you're targeting, your product name, a short description of how that product will help your target company, and the value it's going to provide to them. Please let me know in the comments below how this works for you. And while the same principle can be applied to just about any prompt you want to create, there's just one small problem. And it's that this prompt is written specifically to generate emails. And using this quick approach, you'll have to rewrite it every single time and provide additional or different context depending on what you're looking for. So that's why in part 2 of this video series, we'll go deeper with the concept of prompt chaining, a method that builds reusable context for consistently high quality outputs across multiple sales tasks. Make sure to check out that video.